To bring you back to your forecast with meteorologist Alan Rose.
And Bree, this is a powerful, well-advertised, moisture-rich storm. And guess what, my friends? It has its sights set right here on the Centennial State. This morning, we're starting out with mostly dry skies, at least towards Monument and the Springs. These areas in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Denver at 46, 55, La Junta 49, and Pueblo. Now, we won't see rain all day today, but certainly more unsettled in the forecast versus what we saw with those scattered storms yesterday. Today's rain will be heavy at times, and we'll see periods of wet weather and some isolated thunderstorms. Highs, by the way, dropping about 15 to 20 degrees from what we saw yesterday. All driven by this very powerful system. You can see the spin on the satellite radar composite. That is going to send several rounds of impactful drought-busting rains here to southern Colorado. The first of which arrives during the late morning to early afternoon. Already seeing signs of more widespread showers developing generally south of Highway 50, and the model picks up good on that. You can see by around noon, moisture spreading from the mountain areas in San Luis Valley to the Pikes Peak region. That'll continue through at least early this evening, and then the models show a decent break later tonight and into the overnight hours, followed by the more impactful round number 2 that moves in by tomorrow morning. So I'm going to stop the model around 7 a.m. Notice all the yellows and reds. That would be those heavy rainfall rates up around a ½ inch plus per hour, and this does increase the risk of flooding, especially dependent upon how much rain we get today and how saturated that ground becomes. Snow levels will be a bit lower tomorrow as well. By tomorrow night, could get that light dusting across parts of El Paso County, even up towards Castle Rock. But the big story is that the beneficial moisture should help with the current drought, and we do have areas of severe and extreme drought still in place across the state. The model spitting out anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rainfall over the next 24 to 72 hours, and then snow for the higher elevations. The tricky part here is places below about 7,000 or 8,000 feet, and that's many of our populated areas in southern Colorado, right? So for Woodland Park, it's possible we could see 4 to 10 inches plus of snow. Trace to 4 in Monument and 10 to 18 down towards the Levita Pass. The Levita Pass area under a winter storm warning, as well as areas above 10,000 feet, and that includes the summit of Pikes Peak. Highs today cooling down from what we saw over the weekend. As we look at the latest algae report, tree pollen back on the high side this morning, everything else on the lower side. And back to the forecast we go, and it is an action-packed first full week of May. Tuesday is going to be the most unsettled period. Indoor activities, much better idea than any outside plans. By Wednesday, rain does begin to taper off. For Pueblo, we've got wet, rainy conditions through at least Wednesday morning, and then we're likely dry here late this week and into the start of the weekend. For Canyon City, as that moisture retreats west in the late week period, can't rule out an isolated shower with that recycled moisture Friday through Mother's Day. And for Woodland Park, rain, snow, even an isolated thunderstorm today. Mostly snow on Tuesday with more wintry conditions possible through at least Wednesday morning.